Hey there, it's Sandra D. I had a couple seconds, so I thought I'd share them with you. I'm sitting here thinking this week about giving and receiving. I've talked about giving before and how it can actually help us feel better by giving, but the topic of receiving has been rather fascinating. There are so many different aspects to it, and the first question I have to ask is, are you open to receive? So if you ask for something, say you pray about it, you wish for it, you're working for it, you're hoping for it, are you open to receive it? Now, of course, the first thing you're going to say is the most important thing that you're waiting to receive. You'll say, yes, of course I'm ready for it. I've been praying about the promotion at work. I've been praying about the right people to come into my business. I've been hoping for the right person for me to marry to come into my life. Okay, sometimes we don't realize that we're not open to receive. We may not be putting ourselves in the right environment or taking the right actions to actually make that thing happen. Let me give you an example. A little while ago, I had a woman come in for a session with one of the horses. So, in case you don't know, I'm doing something new. It's called Charismatic Cowgirl, and it is confidence, relationship, and leadership skill building with horses. So it's a very nature-based thing. And you can check it out at charismaticcowgirl.com. We're building out the website, but that page will at least get you the information you need to know. But I had a woman come in and had a session with the horse, and so she goes in with the horse, and it's all takes place on the ground in what we call a round pen. And the horse is just at liberty, so she has no connection to the horse, there's no halter or anything. And there's my rooster. I do live on a farm. And I said, what would you like to do with this horse? And she said, well, I want her to pay attention to me. I want her to start to follow me around. I said, okay. So I gave her a couple of things that would indicate in horse behavior that the horse was being connected to her and ready to follow her. So she proceeds for the next several minutes. And many times throughout this, she would turn to me in frustration, walk away from the horse and say, she's just not doing this. She's not doing this. I'm not getting anywhere. And every time that she turned away, I noticed something. Finally, she got frustrated, and the woman walked up to me, and as she's walking up to me, the horse is following her. And she says to me, I'm just not getting anywhere. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What do I need to do? And I said, what is it that you wanted? And she said, I wanted the horse to pay attention to me. I said, turn around. The horse was right there. In fact, I reminded her that every time that the horse had turned in her direction, she had actually turned away. And she remembered that. And it actually struck a chord with her because in her life, she was single. And she had been dating guys hoping that they would give her attention, hoping that they would give her a certain thing that she was looking for. And sometimes, in fact, they did. And she didn't realize it until they were already gone. So what in your life are you maybe not putting yourself in the right circumstance, the right frame of mind to receive? Now, there's a couple of important things about receiving. If you pray for it, God is not going to deliver it in a lightning bolt at the foot of your bed. So you have to get out around people because He delivers prayers through people. Your desires will come through people. So you have to be around people. I know it's easy when things are going bad and you're frustrated, things aren't coming your way, to stay inside and just hang out by yourself and hug your dog, hang out with your hubby or your wife. But you do have to get out. Get out and get in action. Put yourself in a circumstance where things may surface and you can receive. And when they do come to you, be really clear on what that's going to look like. So if you say, I want to be married. Okay. Well, it's not hard to get married. People do it every day in Vegas with regret. So it's not about getting married. It's about finding the marriage that you want. In other words, who's that person? What do they look like? Where would they be? It sounds silly to say this because you think you're already thinking that way. But are you really? What do you want to receive? Are you putting yourself in action? And are you putting yourself among people that can actually help deliver that to you? So I know in my life, I can certainly think back on times when I was looking to receive something and I was not looking in the right place. I mean, for all I know, God could have delivered it and I was looking off in the other direction. Like the woman in the pen with the horse was literally looking in the other direction when she got what she wanted. So be really clear on what it is that you want. What does it really look like? so that you can recognize it when it shows up. Put yourself in the right environment, get out, get in action so that those things can happen. As tempting as it can be to sit at home and feel sorry for yourself and say that things aren't going your way, you can still be in action and they will change. So I think we can all do this. We can all do this better, me included. So this week, pay attention. What is it that you're looking for? And be open to receive. All right, check out Charismatic Cowgirl when you get a chance. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Leave me a comment, please.